and have roll call.
This
Oops,
meeting
I did.
will also be conducted by audio and video conference without the requirement of a physically present quorum of the Rock Island City Council due to the disaster declaration issued by Governor Pritzker. Because of this order related to COVID-19 health concerns affecting the state and the city, the mayor has determined that an in-person meeting at City Hall with all participants may not be practical or prudent. Alderpersons and staff may not all be physically present at City Hall due to the disaster, and physical attendance may be limited. To participate remotely during the public comment or public hearing portion of the meeting, please join by phone at 1-267-553-4292, PIN 439-499, 400#.
Thank you very much. Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson. Hurt.
Here.
Gilbert.
Present.
Swanson.
Here.
Parker.
Here.
Poulos.
Here.
Healy.
Here.
And Mayor Tomes.
Here. Thank you. Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Nobody has signed up. Is there anybody virtual? Anybody virtual wish to speak? Hearing none. Item number 7 then.
Minutes from the January 23rd, 2023 City Council meeting, closed session.
Motion to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item number 8.
Minutes from the February 1st, 2023 Best Building Tour Study Session.
Motion to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item number 9.
Minutes from the February 13th, 2023 Study Session and City Council meeting.
Move to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos. Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item number 10.
Minutes from the February 13th, 2023 City Council closed session.
Motion to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item number 11, Update Rock Island. Got a couple items. Your participation is needed. The city is seeking residents to serve on the newly formed Rock Island Downtown Alliance Board of Directors. The board was created to help manage the special service area, formed as a means of improving the downtown district and surrounding area. Board members will consist of 2 downtown residents, 3 downtown business owners, 6 downtown property owners, and 1 downtown nonprofit director or leader. The city is also seeking 2 residents to serve on the Beautification Commission, 1 resident to serve on the Arts Commission, and several residents to serve on the newly created Community Development Commission. Contact City Hall if interested of any of these roles, or you can go online and look at the agenda or the boards and commissions button. Calling all antique and vintage decorators and collectors. The annual Spring Antique Spectacular is this weekend from Friday through Sunday at the QCCA Expo Center, 2621 4th Avenue in Rock Island. This is a great opportunity to find wide range of quality antiques and vintage collectibles as you shop along among dozens of vendors selling items from around the world. Join us at the grand opening celebration of the Watts Midtown Library Branch. Both the Rock Island Public Library and the Rock Island YMCA will host an open house from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, March 11th. The Rock Island Public Library invites the public to drop in during these hours for refreshments, fun activities, tours, and complimentary giveaways. Meet the staff or renew your library card. Sign up for the library's PALS Volunteer Corps and enjoy activities for the family. Are you interested in learning about historic preservation? A regional workshop for the statewide Historic Preservation Plan will be held at the Hallberg Estate on March 7th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. The Illinois State Historic Preservation Office and the planning team are hosting the workshop to meet with stakeholders face-to-face and have discussions regarding current preservation needs and issues. The workshop will help inform planning for Illinois historic and culture resources over the next 10 years. To register for the workshop, go to I'll spell it all out, THELAKOTAGROUP.com. I'd also like to make a mention, just a deal that I had the honor of representing the city, along with several other people, to receive from the Army, a partnership award. We were amongst, you take all the Army installations across the world, we were selected for the collaboration and partnership working with it. So once again, to remind people, most of that is the water filtration plant, the electrical work, along with sewage, that we're partnering with and garbage collection with the Arsenal on. And once again, we were honored. And I want to thank the Public Works / Water Department and Electrical for an outstanding job. They couldn't compliment us enough on the service level that we offered on the Arsenal Island. And so in turn, we were given this award the other day. So it was a great honor. And that's all I have for update. Item number 12.
Consent agenda, items A through K.
Move to approve consent agenda items A through K.
Second.
Second. Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Well, I just have a comment. So I asked for
Yes.
more information on items I and K and have not received it, so.
I don't know if we want to do any of the, can't answer them now or not, or?
Did you want to move them from the consent agenda and consider them as the first item of approval after the consent agenda, or?
Well, I didn't get the information I asked, so I can't vote on those two items, so.
Okay.
Is there any way to get that information right now or not? Did we? Doesn't look like it. You could tell, go ahead.
I did not receive Alderwoman Gilbert's question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Alderwoman Gilbert, I did not receive your questions,
Well,
but
That's okay, I don't hold you
the,
responsible.
the letter I, that was a grant awarded in 2022. Oversight on my part. I'm learning how to do this budget thing. I assumed since it was one budget, or one grant, that it moved over into the next calendar year until we expended that money, because I didn't put it in our budget. So it needs to be moved forward so we can continue to spend it. Part K, oh, go ahead.
Just a second. Yeah, go ahead.
So do you have any progress report on our film office, on that grant? I know it's a budget adjustment, but did you have any progress report to give us on that? Are you, no?
We're working on a few different initiatives under that. Of course, we've got our consultant who's having many conversations throughout the community. There's work on a website. I mean, we're working towards completion on all of the items that were outlined. I know we can
Primary
give a,
focus of it at this point is developing an RFP to go out and do some of the work and pay for it using the funding.
yeah, but we're working to meet the benchmarks that we set out in our plan with the state. So I can work with Todd to put something more complete together for you. Letter K, that is money that was allocated in '22. Those projects are still in progress. Off the top of my head, I can't give you those exact projects, but there are things that were allocated in our budget for CDBG, and they're being carried forward because they're not ready to be paid out yet.
Right, and I understand that. I was just, because I'm not familiar with those codes, and they all said infrastructure, I'm like, which projects?
Okay.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay, sorry. I'm a sub-in, so,
Yeah, and I apologize about that, Alderperson Gilbert. I talked about it on Friday, and I wasn't, with Miles being out Friday and today, I wasn't able to get the information together.
All right, are we okay doing the vote? I would do a roll call, please.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Okay. Item 13.
Claims A through E. I can read them all off if the council so chooses.
Motion to approve claims A through E.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Due to the nature of my employment, I need to recuse myself.
Roll call, please.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Item
Can I
14.
say something about that, by the way? I'm sorry, I should have.
Yes.
I do want to say, with that downtown parking garage, it is coming along expediently, and that is amazing, especially being a downtown business owner. I get asked all the time, and I do want to say thank you for that. So, sorry, should have brought that up earlier.
That's fine.
That is awesome.
Somebody said, boy, it's hard to get around downtown.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
Yes, yes.
Item 14.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding the purchase of a roll-off container truck from Kilberg Equipment, Sabula, Iowa, in the amount of $186,000.
To approve the purchase as recommended.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 15.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding a request to extend the contract for the 2022 Asphalt Street Milling and Patching Program contract through 2023 in the amount of $100,000.
Move to extend the contract through 2023 as recommended.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion?
Due
Roll-
to the nature of my employment, I need to recuse myself.
Roll call, please.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 16.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding bids for the purchase of various utility supplies, recommending the bids be awarded to Core and Main of Washington, Illinois for fire hydrants in the amount of $84,105.02, and MJ Restraining Glands in the amount of $10,543.46. Zimmer and Francis Kahn, Moline, Illinois for 2-bolt wide range couplings in the amount of $22,294.70, and Ferguson Waterworks, Aurora, Illinois for cut and valves in the amount of $57,698.
Motion to approve the bids for utility supplies and authorize the purchases.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 17.
Report from the Rock Island Police Department requesting approval of $120,950 of ARPA funds, $65,950 in CY '23, and $55,000 in CY '24 for an agreement with Flock Group, Inc. of Atlanta, Georgia, to provide an automated license plate reader, ALPR system.
Move to approve the allocation of $120,950 of ARPA funds for the ALPR system and authorize the Chief of Police to execute the agreement.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hertz.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 18.
Report from the Martin Luther King Jr. Center requesting approval to allocate ARPA funds in the amount of $100,000 for the West End Revitalization Project.
Move to approve the allocation of $100,000 of ARPA funds for the West End Revitalization Project.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Nay.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Nay.
Motion carries.
Item number 19.
Report from the Finance Department regarding an adjustment to the CY 2023 budget, increasing the ARPA Fund 248 revenue and expenditure budget of $100,000 for the West End Revitalization Project.
Move to approve the budget adjustment as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Nay.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Nay.
Motion carries.
Item 20.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding bids for real estate brokerage services, recommending the bid be awarded to Jones Lang LaSalle, or JLL, of Chicago, Illinois, in the form of a 6% commission fee for any sold properties and a flat $6,000 fee for city-owned properties offered to developers for free.
Motion to accept the bid and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents subject to minor attorney modifications.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion?
Did we get a description of the parcels or an aerial map?
I can provide you with an aerial map of the parcels. It's a map that shows where they're at, but Alderman Gilbert had asked for a more detailed aerial photo each site, which we can put together.
Well, I mean, I know about the Watchtower site, but the
Yes.
other ones.
Yeah,
I
we
was-
can get, we have individual pictures of each site or overhead images. I just put this one in. But yes, the Watchtower site, there's the roughly 6 acres that we own behind the McDonald's
Yep.
on 31st Avenue.
Yep.
The acreage on Big Island, roughly 90 acres there. 44th Street, there's a piece that's just north of Ben Williamson Park. And then there's a parcel on the corner of of the Centennial Expressway and Andalusia Road. Also, there's a parcel on Ridgewood Road. We acquired these properties for a variety of reasons, and one of the reasons that we're interested in having an outside entity assist us is perhaps their connections with clients or just their knowledge of the real estate market in general may help us fine-tune our pitches on these and understand a little better what is commercially viable and what is not.
Right. I can't recall, are one of those parcels the one we paid $1 million for in the Jeff Eater days?
Big Island.
Big Island,
Big
was
Island.
that the one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
it-
you.
It was more than one parcel, but they
Yeah.
have since been combined for ease of management.
Sure.
And we
Okay.
do have a representative from JLL here if you have any specific questions about the contract, so.
Good luck.
He's from the Quad Cities.
Yeah, perfect.
But, all right, roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt. And Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 21.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a third amendment to the development agreement with LRC Developers, Inc. for redevelopment of the Quad Cities Industrial Center property, first reading.
Motion to approve the amendment, suspend the rules, consider and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and second. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt. And Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 22.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a resolution for a 12-year extension of the North 11th Street Tax Increment Financing TIF District.
Move to adopt the resolution as recommended.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
And Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 23.
Report from the Parks and Recreation Department regarding a shared use agreement with Augustana College to construct 6 tennis courts and refurbish a bathroom facility at Lincoln Park.
Move to approve the agreement as recommended.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion?
Are we going to notify people? I mean, I think this is a pretty big deal. So Sarah, is this something that you can work on to
Or
with
parks,
John.
yeah.
Parks, I mean, I think it's awesome for the area.
I know that there are several of the neighbors in that area that I talked to recently that said, hey, why are they doing surveying up there? And I told them what we were doing or what we were planning. So they thought that the residents there have seen the work going on and they're happy about it.
Yeah.
So I'll speak on what I know. It's my understanding that Nicole Lauer, she's the Public Relations and Marketing Specialist with Augustana College. She's taken the lead on issuing a press release, which will be sent out tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
I've already worked to get a quote from Mayor Tomes for her on that. And of course,
Yeah, it's something we've been working on for quite a while, and Augie had requested kind of keep it low until their financing and support was in place, and they had their board meeting at the end of January, and then we've negotiated an agreement since then.
Okay, thank you.
I think this partnership is good because it's going to be a win-win situation for both the college and the city and the neighbors.
I agree.
Yep.
With respect to PR, was there any consideration made to the fact that there's going to be a relatively large number of residents that are upset about the basketball courts not ever coming back? Are we thinking about including mention that there are other full-size courts in the city where people can play, et cetera? Some sort of thought to that?
I can work with Sarah on putting out information on that. I have met with several individuals and groups about that and have explained where we have other basketball opportunities and the investment that we're making in Dankman Park in terms of basketball as well.
It may be, I would encourage us to consider being proactive on this and being mindful that the elimination of the basketball courts may upset some people.
Agreed.
Okay. We will do the roll call then.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Item 24,
Report from the City Clerk's Office regarding a plaza activity event application from the Smoking Dog for an outdoor tented event for the annual Gamma Alpha Beta Fraternity Buckethead fundraiser benefiting Camp Kesem on Saturday, April 22nd, 2023, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., recommending approval of the permit fee waiver in the outdoor consumption of alcohol.
Somebody go ahead and make the motion.
you gonna read the whole thing or not?
No, I don't want to virtually, so somebody go ahead and do it.
Motion to approve the event and request, subject to complying with all plaza and liquor regulations, contacting the fire department for fire and safety considerations, and subject to being closed down early if complaints are received.
Second.
Oh, Dylan could second it, it was his, that's fine.
Oh, well, he didn't want to make the motion, so.
Either
Sorry,
way.
Dylan, I'll withdraw my second. Go ahead.
No harm, no foul, buddy.
All right, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
And Gilbert.
Aye.
25, other business. Good for the cause.
I do have something. So I was sent some misinformation regarding our ARPA fund spending for the library. And so I just want to make a correction for anybody who received any of this misinformation. The $500,000 that we allocated to the library from ARPA funds did in fact go to the library, was in fact used by the library for the HVAC system. And so I just want to correct any misconceptions, misinformation that this money was given to an entity that was used to be in direct competition with one of our city facilities, and that council misused the funds. And I can tell you that I sent a letter to the tri-chairs of the combined project, letting them know that this money was specifically allocated from city council to be used for the library. So I just want to make that clarification because I was not at all happy when I was sent the information that I read today. So.
Okay, anything else for the good of the cause?
I will update that information.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Nothing else? In that case, item 26, closed session.
5 ILCS 122C11 litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the findings must be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting. 5 ILCS 122-5C, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purposes of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired.
Move to go into closed sessions for the exceptions cited.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
I have a question for our attorney.
Yes.
So if we wanted to add an exception, we can't, we have to do it in open meeting, not when we're in closed
Add an
session?
exception, I guess I'm not certain what, you mean that for a closed session?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. You'd have to state it in the open session, is my understanding, and then you would end up repeating it as actors have been having us do at during the conclusion of the closed session.
Okay,
That'd be-
thank you.
Okay,
What, are you wanting to add are you wanting to add another issue? Is that what?
but now's the time.
That would be the time.
I'll do it another time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Roll call, please.
Alderperson Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Healy.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
And Gilbert.